Oh my God, the build up to that. The build up to that is incredible.
I know. I just listened to the one with her alone and not Billy Ray Cyrus, but the one with Billy Ray Cyrus is really nice too.
The thing that immediately grabbed me about that was it's such a good choice to have Billy Ray Cyrus feature on that and have it be that sort of like father-daughter duet thing. It's incredibly moving. It's very powerful.
Literally, like, it brings me to tears when I listen to it.
It's heart-wrenching. It's really good.
Gorgeous. And the instrumentation and the arrangements and when they bring things in and when they pull them out, like, it's just amazing.
Yeah, that pedal steel always gets to me.
Oh my God.
Whenever there's any sort of like ballad that's just got the pedal steel that comes in. Like it's such an emotional sounding instrument. Like
I know.
There's something about it that like it sounds so nice.
But yeah, that song really, that was like the end of my 2022 is just listening to that song all the time.
I could definitely see that being like you listen to it when you're feeling down and you just need that sort of like affirmation that everything's going to be okay. Like
oh, I know.
It hits really hard. Also, like in the beginning, the sort of like just how like atmospheric everything is in the very beginning. Like it feels very cinematic the way that it grows and builds, and there's things in the background and things in the foreground, and like it's an incredibly dynamic performance throughout the entire thing.
Yeah, I think that Noah's voice is so wonderful, and I loved how pulled back she is because you get towards the end and you realize she has quite a lot of power.
She's got some pipes.
Yeah, so she just withholds, and I think that's gorgeous because my main complaint with Miley, as much as I love actually a lot of the ideas that she has, like a lot of the things she tries I think are really cool, is that she's always singing at 100.
Yeah, which personally to me is why I think that why I've liked a lot of her stuff in the like rock direction that she's done in the last couple of years a lot more than a lot of her other stuff, is because she does belt all the time. And for a lot of that like poppy type of stuff, it doesn't really feel like it fits a lot of the time. But like when she's doing that sort of that more rock inspired stuff that she's been doing the last couple of years, it feels like it just sits right where it needs to, and it's great.
Agreed. I think it suits itself so well, but I just love Noah's voice. I love her choices. I don't know who's making her choices, but I'd like to assume it's her, especially like if my friend's working with her, like, but I just think it's gorgeous. I think that whole record's amazing.
Yeah,
Noah's amazing.
That was incredible. I'll be honest, when you said Noah Cyrus, I was not expecting to be blown away like that. Because
Same.
Like you had kind of mentioned, I had always just kind of like, I had heard the name around, I'd tried to listen to like a couple of songs, and I was like, it's kind of a non-starter for me, But like that one's really good.
I just think it's an incredible song. So I'm really excited that I got to share it because I had a feeling that like it would be impactful for anyone who's listening to this who had heard the name, but like wouldn't have taken it seriously.
Yeah, absolutely.
And once you hear the song, it's impossible not to take her seriously. Like that was moving art,
Absolutely. So my next song is a band that I found at a festival that I went to a few months ago. It was a DIY festival called Stoop Fest in Lansing, Michigan, which is a really cool festival where they have like a couple of main stages like in this park in the sort of like east side of town, and then the other stages, and this is why it's called Stoop Fest, are literally in people's backyards.
Wow. There's a Porch Fest in Philly that's like that.
Yeah, exactly. And it was really cool. There were a lot of really cool DIY bands and stuff like that came out. I had a great time. It was miserable weather-wise though, because it was like 40 degrees and raining.
Horrifying.
But I still had a fantastic time, nonetheless, getting to see all of these different bands. And this band is called Hit Like a Girl.
Okay.
I had heard of them around, but I had never really listened to any of their music prior to this, and their set absolutely blew me away.
Okay, I'm excited.
They're a queer identifying like power pop type of band that talks a lot about like trans identity and things like that, and really gives a lot of representation to the queer community, which I think is great. But the really cool thing is that their front person actually came up in the hardcore scene in Philadelphia.
Then I probably know them.
And so
I lived there for a couple years.
Really? And so they actually like like I said, a lot of their stuff was sort of that like power pop sound. And then last year, I think in November, they put out a hardcore record, and it is
That's so
phenomenal. Cool. So this song is called Dismay, and it's off of the most recent record by Hit Like a Girl.